Oh, what a lovely day in Baldur's Gate 3. Look who's here. It's my hirelings, of course. I got these 3 hirelings in my camp, and today I will tell you 10 ways how you can use them to make your playthrough a lot more funnier, better and enjoyable. Without further ado, let's go. So first of all, why I love these hirelings dudes actually. I like them for one single and very good reason. For example, when you're trying to speak with Lae'zel or other party members, they always will tell you, "Hey, are you sure I need to be in your camp?" And you need to tell always, "Yeah, I'm sure bro, stay in the camp," like whatever. For these hirelings, it's much easier. You just say, "Hello bro, stay in the camp, here, will be done, sir." And just like that, he will stay in the camp. Insane, easy, cool stuff. Another thing why I really love these hirelings, they stay in one place. So if you want to start your day with buffing your party, you don't need to go teleport to dangerous places. You can basically start buffing over here. You just go, press on your buff spells and cast them because everyone's standing nearby. And that's like cool part about them. So if you don't know how to get hirelings, basically you need to get access to this dude. You can find him early in Act 1, his name is Withers, or he will come to your camp by himself. So if you can't find him in first few hours of your game, don't worry, he will come really soon by himself. So 10 ways how to use your hirelings. Okay, one of the coolest way I think how you can use these hirelings, but it come only in the late game, is to summon multiple legendary items, of course. So just make your hireling a cleric, level up to level 10, and you will get access to this divine intervention. With this divine intervention, you can use Arm of Thy Servant, and basically it will craft legendary weapon for you, just like that. And you will get this Devotee's Mace. It's +3 legendary weapon with +1 d8 radiant damage on hit. Very strong, very nice weapon to have. And you can do it with every cleric you have, so you can have around 10-15 these maces if you need to. You can sell them or you can just use them, whatever you want to do with them. So next way to use these hirelings is really awesome and reminds me of good old times. If you ever played Lineage 2, you know this stuff. You always need second window with your bishop, because no one plays bishop. And yeah, if you played bishop in Lineage 2, just go and write into the comment. I will thumbs up your comment anyway. You're a cool dude. So no one played bishops, and bishops is basically, if you never played this game, is buffers. So character who buffs other characters and heal, of course. And you can use these guys as bishops. This can be used for your solo playthrough, for example. If you're playing solo or even solo on tactician, I found it too repetitive and simple actually. But if you enjoy this style, you can use this party of buffers, because there is a lot of spells that require concentration and will buff you. For example, Shield of Faith will add +2 to your armor class. So just like that, you can cast it on your main character, you can ungroup all party members and only with your main character go into the mission and play with him. And your main character will have really high and cool armor class. But that's not it. Of course, there's more buff spells. You can cast this protection from energy if you need to. It can give resistance to some types of damage to your main character. And there is stuff like enhance ability. You can give you advantage on any ability check you need. So if you're disarming a lot of traps, you need dexterity checks and you will roll 2 dice. So that's like nice ability to have. Protection from evil and good will work too. But you don't need to even have these guys in your party to do some stuff. If spells don't require you to keep concentration on them, you don't need these characters in your party. So for example, let's come to Lae'zel with our main character and let's get this cleric over there too. So there's spells like Freedom of Movement. It's level 4 spell, so you can cast it on yourself. You can even use this spell slot one more time to cast it on Lae'zel, for example. And you can of course cast 8 to increase party hit points, and it will increase all nearby friendly units hit points. So as you can see, Lae'zel is affected too. So we just cast it, and as you can see, everyone getting this 8, so getting additional hit points. And my favorite is Warding Bond, so we can cast it on ourselves, for example, and we can have, as you can see, 3 clerics in our party. So 3 clerics that's standing over here, and all of them can cast this Warding Bond on different targets. So you can have 3 party members Warding bonded with your clerics, your hirelings, and they cost around 100 gold, so they are really cheap. What it doing? It's basically giving you resistance to all types of damage. This means every type of damage will be halved, but these types of damage, when they damaging you finally, they will inflict damage to you and to your cleric. But coolest part, you can go ask this cleric to stay in the camp, and as you can see, Warding Bond still stays on us, so we still bonded with this cleric. We got all buffs that stay for whole day. And coolest part, when we ask Lizelle join us, she got these buffs too. So as you can see, she got 8, she got freedom of movement. So basically you can play with different characters and have all these buffs. And while cleric stays over here, they will take damage, they will probably die, but that's okay, you will come and revive them, so that's not a big deal. That's why it's nice to have some cleric with revivify spell, so you can revive them free of charge, and just like that, you will be almost unbeatable. So another way how you can use these clerics, and yeah, mostly clerics, you can use them as heal bots. Of course, you can use paladins as heal bots too. But paladins got less spell slots, so depending on paladin can he be a heal bot or not. But basically, if you're playing parties that don't require a lot of spell slots or other resources, so you don't want to go on long rest, for example. You don't want to go and rest, and you want to regain your hit points. You don't need to use potions, you can go to your camp, get cleric in your party, and basically heal wall your party with his spell slots. Just like that, and then go onto your adventure without using any long rest camp supplies. And yeah, about camp supplies, for example, that awesome maces that you can basically duplicate and have a lot of maces and give to your main character. It's not bonded to anyone. You can have only in the late game, but in the early game you can make, instead of clerics, a lot of druids, for example, and with druids from the start of the day you just go and cast Good Berries on your party. Another good spell to cast on your party, of course, is Long Strider to give more movement speed in battle. But Good Berries, what they doing, they basically summoning some Good Berries, and you can do it with all your spell slots. And when you long rest, you will regain these spell slots anyway. So just like that, you create a lot of good berries, and there's a good way how you can use these good berries. Basically, they will give you camp supplies. So just as you can see, we can upcast it to any spell slot we like. And from the start of the game, when you get around like 7 spell slots already, you can already create 30 good berries. So just like that, your early game long rests will be free. So you don't need to go and look for camp supplies to fill your long rest. You just create a lot of good berries and make this long rest. Of course, on Tactician, long rest require 80 good berries, but still, if you got 3 druids in the early game, around level 5, you can fulfill this 80 long rest camp supply really easy. So that's one of the way to use these hirelings, and really cool funny way. Because when you play in like second, third time, it's not very funny to go into look into every wooden trunk just to get some apples. And yeah, about these trunks, chests, crates, you can use your hirelings as your crates. Yeah, so basically just keep them in their base, you can add them in your party and trade items with them. It's easier to remember, at least for me. So for example, when you got these chests, you can forget where is your items. I found it a lot easier to use my hirelings as my crates. So I just drop every item that is weapon on my orc, for example, every armor on my dwarf, and all other items on my human. And just like that, it will be easy chests. So I see my orc, he got all my weapons, I can check what I need, what I don't need. Very cool, very easy stuff to use. So next, usage of these dudes. It's pretty strange, but sometimes you need to check out how many damage you do, how you roll your damage, does your build to work basically, if everything okay. And if you go and try to attack your party members, they will be disappointed. They will be disappointed and even may leave your camp. These training mannequins not working, you just try to attack them and it will be always like 0 damage, so no information. But these guys feel pretty okay, you can do whatever you like with them, so just go and attack them, and when they get damage you will see all rolls, so you just see everything you need. You see how much damage you're doing, what you're rerolling, what additional stuff you have, like additional abilities, damage and other stuff. That's really cool stuff to just check out how build is working, and no one will be disappointed. So let's say goodbye to this dwarf, and another way how to use these hirelings. Actually there's a lot of hirelings you can choose from, and basically you can build perfect party, or almost perfect, without the need to open second clients, calling friends to create your additional characters. So when you play a normal game, you will have tiefling, you will have high elves and humans. Basically that's all your party. But what if you need some additional party members that are, for example, drow? Drow got proficiency with his hand crossbows, and if you want to make build with hand crossbows and your class not providing this like proficiency with hand crossbows, you can build drow basically with hireling. And this will give you ability to make like perfect party. For example, maybe you need this half elf to get additional movement speed for your monk. If you really need this, you can go and play this hireling just easily, so do whatever you need to do. And another cool way how you can use a hirelings in the late game. So, for example, I would say in the late game biggest problem actually is camp supplies. And to get camp supplies in the later stages of the game, you just use level 6 spell slot to create these additional camp supplies. You can do it with every cleric you have in your party, and this will create this like feast supply crate. In this crate you will have around 30 or 40 camp supplies depending on your luck, I guess, or almost like that. So basically you will have free long rest every time in the late game. That's like cool part. But not only that. In the late game again you need a lot of supplies and a lot of potions to finish game strong. And sometimes you don't need these awesome devotees maces. Yeah, why you need this? You got a lot of cool weapons. So maybe one cleric in your party really needs this mace, and that's totally fine. But with other clerics you can go and make this divine intervention and use this with golden generosity. It will create one more crate, just like that. And this crate will contain a lot of cool potions and camp supplies for late game. Yeah, you can do it only one time per game, but again, you can do it with basically every character you have. So you can do it with main character, with like 6 or 7 playable characters, and with 12 hirelings. There's 12 hirelings you can buy. So you can make it 12 times. Just by buying these hirelings, leveling up them as clerics up to level 10, and you will get this elixir of Cloud Giant Strength that will give you strength up to 27. So you can do it 12 times. It's more than enough for finishing game strong. And there's other cool potions like Potion of Invisibility, 2 potions of Supreme Healing, and other cool stuff right just in these chests. So you can use these hirelings as specialists. For example, you build in your party as a really strong party with barbarian, with monk, maybe a ranger, maybe warlock, for example. And all your party is like strange and charisma based party. So your party don't have this dexterity. And you find some awesome items on traders that you want to have, but you don't have enough gold, so you want to steal them. So why not to make hireling that's proficient in stealing items or disabling traps? So maybe in some dungeon that with a lot of traps you just go and get your hireling with rogue class and just disable all traps to make good builds like a big rogue. Get his dexterity to maximum, wisdom to maximum because it's perception, And make sure you got skills in sleight of hand and perception. So just like that, we can easily start with +7 sleight of hand, +7 to perception, and your rogue will steal everything. Just look at this. So just look, we got trader and we got specialist in stealing. Let's pickpocket him. So cool late game armor, very strong armor. We really want this, but we don't want to pay. Specialist in sleight of hand can easily do this job. Just look, +12 from sleight of hand, because we built this character with only one purpose, just to steal. And we're basically easily stealing this stuff. Some money, yeah, let's go, we're taking this too. Just like that, exit turn-based mode and go to your camp. Everything stolen and everything cool. And yeah, of course you can use these hirelings to make this awesome badger army and have a lot of fun in this game playing as like badger army. But probably I need to make this awesome video, beating Baldur's Gate 3 with badger only. What do you think? Write in the comment. But I got awesome video. How I beat Act 1 with only potato. You can watch it on the screen right now. It's awesome and very fun video. See you in the next videos, guys.